So, where exactly does confidence come from? Well, from my personal experience and accomplishments through 4 decades, 40 plus years of living my life, keen observation, not to mention deep internal perspective, I have determined solidly that there are 6 key elements or sources that help contribute to growing extreme levels of solid confidence in one's life and in everything we do. And they are, drum roll please, yeah. Number 1, education, training, research, learning, knowledge, information, and understanding. When you know a lot about a certain subject, and I mean a lot, you have acquired confidence in a specific field or area of interest through study, education, research, knowledge, and understanding. When you know the truth, when you know what options you have, when you have information, you now have the confidence to make the best decision for you or your family, team, business, etc., or to perform certain specific tasks with successful surgical precision. For example, if you knew nothing about playing the piano, your level of confidence when it came to playing the piano in front of a crowd would naturally be less than if you had been studying to play the piano for years. Simply stated, you can acquire lethal confidence through the intense study, education, research, and understanding of any particular topic you choose. Apply this same approach in other areas of your life, and your confidence will grow fast in those areas as well. Now, number 2, the second source or element of where confidence comes from: experience, observation, participation, patience, and wisdom. If you have never experienced something before, your confidence in that area is naturally going to be less than if you had experience in that field or area. For instance, you may know how to play the piano from study and practice, but if you've never experienced playing in front of others, then you might lack the confidence to perform like a seasoned pro. Well, experience will give you confidence if you'll simply just play as often as you can in front of others. Start with a small crowd, perhaps your family, then your friends, then their friends. Before you know it, word gets out. Hey, you're pretty good at that. Will you come back and play for us again? We'll even pay you. That's when you know you're getting good. Wow. Talk about gaining confidence fast. Coincidentally, did you know that with experience comes more information and knowledge about making better decisions and performing certain tasks with less fear and hesitation? With experience, you now have more knowledge and understanding about your surroundings and a history of successful decisions and performances on which to draw more confidence from. Again, see how simple that works? You see, confidence and you are like gasoline to an automobile. Confidence is the fuel that drives you to go places in your life, either fast and far or not so far at all. The more confidence you have and the more confident you become, the further you'll go in life. Again, pretty simple. I like to keep things simple. From what you've heard so far, simplicity is best. The third source or key element of where confidence comes from: faith, courage, or belief in oneself. Sometimes believing in your own abilities, or simply someone believing in you, like a parent, a spouse, or a friend. And having faith and a vision, perhaps even based on planning and research, study, and experience, can provide you with just the right amount of confidence to put that first foot forward towards success and achieving your goals. Then, simply by the act of doing and moving forward, you acquire experience, points of view, and expertise, which means knowledge, information, study, and understanding, all of which adds to having greater confidence in yourself so you can convert your dreams into reality, or whatever it is that you want. But with that confidence fueling you like gasoline, you can go fast and you can go far. The fourth source or element of where confidence comes from: a plan or planning. So let's say you have an idea, but you have no idea on how you're going to implement it so it can come true? Well, no worries. Plan your idea out so each step is well researched, perhaps rehearsed, and bam, your confidence in achieving that goal or that idea, that vision, that dream or fantasy is fast on the rise with planning. Because what does planning do? Planning is research, gathering information, studying it, observing, well, what if we did this? What if we did that? That's planning. You start with nothing more than an idea. But through planning, you gather all this information and knowledge. Now you're ready to make decisions as to how to proceed, where to go, who's going to be on your team, etc. That is another source of confidence. Number 5, my favorite, hard work. Nothing generates confidence like hard work does. Rolling up those sleeves, putting that nose to the grindstone, and putting in the hours. Pushing yourself, increasing your stamina and your endurance, and watch the fruits of your labor, or ROI, return on your investment of time, labor, money, etc., turn into a success or failure. But those failing moments, they're just learning moments. But I talk about this a little later in the book, so I'll just give you a little insight right now. What's the difference between someone who works hard and someone who's lazy? You know, the lazy person doesn't get much done. They don't go out. They don't do this. They don't do that. They don't go very far. What's their confidence level in doing something? Probably not very high. But you have somebody who works hard, who's covered a lot of ground, read a lot of books, watched a lot of videos, taken a lot of classes, went to a lot of workshops and seminars and learned. Their confidence is high in achieving what they want. So hard work, again, another simple formula, getting off your can and working hard to get to where you want to go. That builds confidence. And then number 6, another one of my favorites, attitude, no regrets. I gave it my best. Having those thoughts on the mind, good attitude, no regrets. Hey, I gave it my best. When you don't have a plan per se, or you don't know what you're doing, and yet you still want to go forward with what it is that you want to do, when you can blanket that action with 1 to 2 positive statements in your favor, that you release any fear, stress, or anxiety. If things don't work out the way you want, a positive attitude coupled with a no regrets or, hey, I gave it my best shot thought process goes a long way to you quickly building confidence. So take the plunge and go for what you want using 1 or more of these attitude enhancers. Then watch what happens. Did what you attempt pan out into success or failure? And remember, failure is always feedback, so we don't care if we lose. We want to learn. And success brings learning moments as well. But no matter, you see, you now have experience doing what it was that you wanted to do. If you failed, like I said, you learned and you still gained experience. Your confidence is now stronger to make another attempt. Again, see how easy that is. So if you were to combine all of these elements, factors, and components together, education, training, research, learning, knowledge, information, understanding, experience, observation, participation, patience, wisdom, faith, courage, belief in oneself, a plan or planning, hard work, attitude, no regrets, I gave it my best. You combine all of those elements into one person, like you, like me, and you'll quickly begin to acquire a great level of confidence fast, if not lethal confidence in anything you want to do. At least that's been my perspective and my experience for practically all my life. Now, let's get into what lethal confidence is in the next audio. But real quick, what do you think about these 6 elements? Devoid of any woo-woo or hot air or silly mindset head games. It always comes down to brass tacks, putting in the work, having knowledge. Think of kids. They start out not knowing much. So their confidence in doing almost anything at a very young age is, it's not very high. But as they grow older into their teen years, their young adult years, their adult years, and on, with the acquisition of knowledge, experience, understanding, their confidence to do a lot of things is just through the roof, So this is where confidence comes from, in my opinion, and I'll hold to it for the rest of my life because I've been leaning on it for all of my life. Now, come on. Let's check out now what lethal confidence is in the next audio. You're going to love it.